I'm demonstrating the media removal on a Brother laser printer MFC L7600. You have to kind of bend over and really look up into it, but there is simply a couple of tabs to reach here and pull it down. Another tab, it wasn't quite snapped in because I've practiced a little bit. Alright, so the see that it's actually quite dusty, full of old printer laser dust. Here's a new filter. There's three little receivers here, here, and here. There are tabs on the filter that just simply find those spots. And again, if you're not looking for it, it's easy to not wonder where the filter is till you bend over and get up underneath it. So you gotta kind of square it up. Pretty flexible, so it's kind of hard. It's easy to get goofy on it. Alright, so it's in the receivers, and it should just snap straight in. Boom. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and replace the fuser. I've got a couple wires here. I've got a power wire here. Let's take my cell phone light out of the picture, and we're just going to reinsert the new fuser. Pretty straightforward. Let's get our power connector in. We've got two connectors here. It's a white connector. It's got a little front tab in it. Slides in there. And that. And then they have the blue connector. It sits right in here. It's a little dark, but it's there. It's doable. There's tabs on them, so you can't get it wrong. As long as you get it in, it snaps in. Both snapped in securely, and that is a fuser replacement. All you need to do is just now put two holder screws in. Come back to that in a moment. So I've already put the right side screw in, left side easy enough. Let's get her done. New fuser in and connected securely. Power line, two connectors. That's about all there is. Now it's just a matter of putting the covers back on. But before we do that, there should be a roller kit to replace the paper rollers, which you can see here are quite nasty. They're covered with black, looks like paint. So those little rollers are a little bit of a trick to replace, but not too big a deal. So I'll demonstrate that in just a moment. Continuing to install the media rollers for this thing. Just saying that I'm not entirely happy with the quality of the video that this Logitech webcam puts out. So these things have got two little steel springs on them, and you got to carefully, you don't want to stretch the springs out or break them, but you just pop the roller off on one side. You can pretty much work it out the other side with no problems. It helps to have a pick. You're going to have to pick the spring off the side and release that roller. Okay, so now we've got one roller out. We've got two little steel springs, and basically putting it back in as a reverse. The roller and the spring on one side. Easier said than done. Yeah, go to the far side. I gotta be closer to my pick. And then pull the spring back, get it on the other side. Now we've got the spring loaded on both sides. You still have to roll it back over the top and back into its slot in the back. One side done, other side done. Now the spring's installed, and you got 4 total. Came in a package. 2 more to do. That's all there is to that. spring going in place. Got one side on. Still need to load this little spring over here. Again, easier with the pick. Pull it back. And load this other pin in. So both springs loaded. Slide it back on one side. Carefully slide it back on this side. Carefully not to damage the spring. And roller. Well, it seemed to be as good as it was, but it is functional. Now we're going to replace the roller bar. On this end here, and here is a hinged area. The hinged area inserts on the right side first and locks in. The left side is trapped and held in place by the cover. This is a pain in the butt. Okay, so you've got to get it in the slot on the cover. Cover does snap in with a little snap at the bottom. And get everything aligned. It seems to be in place. Wasn't as hard as I said, but make sure that you snap in on both sides. Okay, good. Oh, that cover's not in place. It has a tab up underneath I missed. So pull that back out. This is this tab release here. Get a pick. This is a one-off, guys. I haven't done this over and over, so let's pull it out from the bottom somehow.